My name is Ashutosh Kahul. I work for Pole's Supermarket, and I'm reviewing the Catalyst switches which are bought by Cisco. So we use these Catalyst switches as the layer 2 connectivity, where we connect them to a router, and we also connect the endpoints to these switches. And across any supermarket, the any topology will consist of any 2 to 4 switches, the layer 2 switches, and one router. And we use these Catalyst switches as the layer 2 devices in there. And all the supermarket POS machines, the CCTV cameras, the access points, and all of these are connected to these Catalyst switches. So I think particularly for the 2960Xs, these are quite sturdy, I believe. They don't get, even if there was a power outage or at Coles, we usually do some electricity work just to do the electricity redundancy. We just power off let's say, the transformers and then see if the mains can handle the power supply. So these 2960, these switches are quite sturdy, I believe, and they don't die on us. But like I've seen with the 9200s and the other switches, they don't come back usually when there's a power outage or something like that. So we have to replace the power supply units and all those things to get them working again. One thing is that these every time Cisco gets a new switch, they just make an amendment to the power supply. So they'll just put a knob on it. So if let's say if you lose any power supply unit, you'll have to purchase another one, which costs a lot of extra money because we have a lot of another power supply units from the redundant switches which we can use, but we can't now because they have just tweaked the modeling of that, which makes no sense, particularly to me because it's an extra money making machine kind of a thing, but that's fine. But another thing is these ports, I believe, they are a bit less of, if I can say, the quality. The quality of the older switches, they were quite sturdy, as I said earlier. The new switches, they are very light in here. When you lift them, you feel it. So that's one thing which I think the quality of the material which we're using has gone down. These switches are good, so I'll solid 8 out of 10. Yeah. Most suited ones will be of course the, for example, a supermarket where you have like more than 50 plus devices, because these there are like 48 ports in a switch, so we can just use a lot of devices and connect them to it. And a less use case will be, I think it depends at the end of the day how your topology looks like. If you have like more, if let's say if you have like a very few devices, you shouldn't be going for these catalyst switches because they are of course much bigger, more processing power and all those things. If you have, again, it comes to the topology. If you have like the number of users who are using these switches is like less than 15, it's less than 50, then you can just go for any other option and not boost. We don't use, so we are all Cisco shop. We don't use any other products yet. Yeah, as I said, we don't have any other layer 2 or like switches other than Cisco. So we haven't used any other company's products. I'm not involved in any business decision making, so I don't know what costs these switches, if we lose any of them, they bring to our organization, because I'm just an engineer. I'm not part of the decision making body, so I won't be able to answer that for you. Ah, yeah, definitely yes. Yes, definitely yes. I was not even on the marketing decision for them, so I can't answer yet. Yes. Ah, yes, definitely. I think we use the same fleet of softwares on the all these switches. So yeah, if there is any upgrade cycle or any LCM happening, we just upgrade on another one. So I think it will be just these of the switches and nothing else.